Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Luxlight, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to edgeguard in Brawlhalla. If this video ends up helping you, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to be doing a ton of guides to help you improve. And if you want personal coaching from me, check out the link down below. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about edgeguarding is how to space properly. So let's say, for example, I'm sitting right here on the edge, and I'm fighting a Lance player. If the Lance player goes for a nair, then their hitbox is going to hit me on the stage. So I don't want to be spaced right here on the edge because a lot of weapons like axe can go for Sair, spear can go for Sair, scythe players do like a bunch of nairs and stuff, and guitar players can try to come on with like a nair or something. Because of how many moves can just hit me right here, instead of standing right here on the edge, I want to stand about like a dash away. That's usually the rule of thumb, is a dash away. This way I still have access to all my options like in light, side light, jump Sair, jump nair, and recovery. But this time my opponent can't actually just like wake up attack me with like a Sair or something. The only thing to keep in mind is that your opponents, if they're playing something like Lance or Cannon, they can still kind of run in here with the Sair, and it will catch that kind of area you're standing at. So you just need to be like cautious of the fact they can go for Sair, and if you see them going for it, then just dash back and then you get a free punish. Okay, so next thing, you need to know where your opponent can actually go from the wall. So a good example is like they can go onto the map and then go all the way over here, and then they're on this side, and you just need to know that if they do that, then you can just follow them and then stand right here, and then now you're just on the mirrored side. So it's not too really scary to deal with this. It's pretty easy. You just go to the mirrored side and then you're punishing that way. It's just some opponents try to get scared, so they try to go the other way. Doesn't usually work out for them. The other options you have to worry about, and these ones are the main ones your opponents are going to go for, is they can inch up to the wall and try to land like right here, so kind of like this. They can try to go to the middle like here, and these ones are usually very aggressive. They're usually going to look for an attack if they do this one, or they're going to go up super high, and if they're on a platform map, they're going to try to land on the platform, or they might try to land to the ground, or they might try to go all the way over here to the center stage. Other things they can do if they go like super high is they can try to weapon throw you. So like if they have a lance or a spear, they have a giant hitbox with their weapon throw, so that can get sent to you, and that can be kind of scary. You just need to know how to avoid it. Other hitboxes usually aren't too like scary, like if they have guitars for example, like it's just going to be like this kind of small hitbox, so pretty easy to avoid. You can easily just go for like a jump Sair and punish them, so not really worried too much about like the smaller weapons, but bigger weapons you do have to worry about because they're a bigger hitbox. And then some people might try to like land with Sair or land with Dare or land with Nair, so that's just another one you have to worry out for. But usually they're going up really high. They're going to be more of a passive player and try to like avoid you and just try to get to the stage because they're scared of being off stage. Okay, so the next thing about edgeguarding is that with these different options, I know there's a lot, but a lot of times your opponents are going to be pretty predictable with what they do. So for example, let's say I'm fighting like a super aggressive axe player. If the axe player keeps going for like Sairs and like super aggressive, a lot of the times they're just going to try to go for like a recovery or something on stage. In which case this is very easy to punish because you can either go for like a sidelight or a nair depending on like how high they go or like how low they are. And if they are playing like something like sword for example, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll try to like inch forward to the wall, so kind of like this, and then they'll try to like slide up it, right? And so once they slide up it, which is kind of hard to do, so like you have to like kind of inch your way up, they'll try to go for like an attack, either like a sig like that, or they'll try to like run up and go for like an in light. Usually it's going to be like an in light like this or like a D light. And you just have to be careful of those kind of options because obviously they're pretty hard to react to, but like I said, if they're just predictable, like if you know they're super aggressive and they're like inching up towards here, usually they're gonna go for an option like that. So like a lot of times they're gonna go for a grounded move, so you just kind of jump them, and in this situation when they go for like a dumb option, you just punish them, right? And it's just a free hit. And then, you know, as for the axe players, like they just kind of run in super aggressive, you can just punish them like that. And if they're like super patient, you're gonna know this, and let's say for example they want to go like super high, a lot of times you can just kind of punish them because like you can see them like instantly jumping. Like a lot of the times they're going to touch the wall and they're going to instantly jump off and try to go super high instead of like trying to like inch up towards you, or like maybe going for like a wake up option like this. They're just going to go straight up, in which case you can just punish them with like a Sair or like a nair or even like a recovery, just something to catch their entire area they try to jump up to. Okay, so yeah, before we end it off, I'm just going to go over a game and just kind of give you a few examples. So I just played an experimental game, and right here you can see my opponent just got sent off stage. The only information I really gathered was that this is like probably like a low diamond or something. They're like a super aggressive opponent, and they just like to go for like a lot of different attacks and stuff like that. And so because I knew they were like super aggressive, I kind of had the idea that they were probably going to run up stage and try to like scythe nair me or like scythe sidelight or do something like that. And so I was just kind of waiting here, as you see, just in the situation we're in. And as you can see, he starts inching on the wall. Like you see this jump, so I'm like, okay, he's going up kind of to the side. He's not going up super high. He's not trying to like instantly go onto the wall and like try to get on stage. He's just going straight in, and he tries to go for the Sair. Similar to like what I said about like lance players or something. So just avoid it and then get a free punish, and pretty simple edge guard there, right? Just knew he was going to be aggressive. He goes to the side, like kind of in the middle, and then I just punish him for it. Okay, so example number 2. This time I hit him off stage, and once I said before, this is guy's a super aggressive player, and because I dash in here, this actually kind of put pressure on him. Because I dash in here trying to get to this like kind of dash away, my opponent just thought I was going to run off stage with him, and because of that he tries to go for this GC insig, which is just like a really dumb option. And whenever they do something like this is the only time you should be going off stage with them, is whenever they waste a dodge like this, right? So like I never want to see you go for like a ground pound if they have a dodge, because that's just a dumb idea. But like right here, he wasted a dodge, and I'm like, oh wait, he just wasted a dodge, so I'm just gonna run off stage with dare. You can also choose here, like after this, you can try to go for like another dare to panic jump, but I'm just kind of trying to get examples here, so just showing off the quick hit. But like for example, you know, if you want to, you can maybe try to go for like a jump ground pound to cover an area, or like a jump dare to cover him jumping, panic jumping. A lot of times they're going to panic jump. Maybe you can even go for like a GC insig, though that's very risky and that's probably going to get you killed. So just kind of like an example there. And then here we are back to edge guarding. As you can see before, he just instant aggress. Like you can see him go to the side, he tries to go for an air, and so I just end by him. Okay, so right here, I get a punish off, he's off stage, and then obviously I know this guy's going to be aggressive, so I'm just kind of waiting. I do this little dash dance here, try to like maybe bait out an option, he just goes for recovery, so I'm just waiting, expecting some kind of wake up, and as you can see here, he goes for Sair. Now actually here, I actually make a slight mistake, and I try to punch the Sair with the side light here, which as you can see is just a complete miss, because that's not going to hit, right? It's way too far away. And whenever people miss, a lot of times they try to like either do like another whiff, right, to try to like punish something, and usually it's gonna miss and they're gonna get punished for that. But here I know my opponent isn't gonna punish this just because they're not gonna have time to, right? So I get out of it just by jumping, and as you can see here, like if I try to go for like inlight or something, either we're gonna clash or he's gonna win that and I'm just gonna get punished. So instead of doing another attack when I miss, I just try to get out of the situation because I know he can go for a move here, and as you can see I just jump over the steelite, and then I in turn just punish him with an air, and then we kind of just reset here. So yeah, here I'm looking for like a kill option. Lance doesn't really have like a guaranteed kill confirm, but as you can see, this guy's just playing aggressive, so he runs up here, then I just go for sidelight air and then look for a confirm afterwards, which kills him. So here's kind of an example of what I mean by like whenever they go high. So here I hit a Sair, then I start edge guarding, and right here I can be a little closer just because he's not on the wall yet, but I dash back in case he wants to like try to go for a wake up, and I see him, he's just going high, and so I'm like, wait a minute, okay, if he's just going to go high, he's not even going to touch the wall. So what I can do here is I do a nair to cover both platforms so he can't land, and so now he's in the air, he doesn't have a dodge, and then I see him go for this dare, and I'm like, okay, perfect. He tries to punish something that isn't punishable, and I just gained a lot of tempo by covering him in the air right here. Even though this isn't a punish, it guarantees me a free hit now just because he goes for this dare, and if he didn't go for this dare, then I already have a juggle because he's in the air and he just wasted his dodge. So this nair is too good because it sets me up for so much even if I don't get a hit. And because he goes for this dare here, all I do is just avoid the dare, pretty simple, and then I get a free punish off of him, because you can see where he lands here. Even though he gets out in time, like he gets out of his move, he can jump, he just doesn't have enough time to avoid this side light. Right here, we set him off stage, and then this time he's either going to go up high like he did last time, which I don't think he is, just because he usually goes up high whenever he's hit off stage and not on the wall, and when he's on the wall, he usually aggresses. So right here, though, he actually goes up high. You can kind of see where my reaction time is a little bit slower, because I'm like, wait a minute, he's going up high this time. But even still, like, I still catch him, just because he goes up high, and he tries to land on this platform, the snare's still going to catch. And if the snare doesn't catch, like I said, I still have free tempo. He would probably try to go for a dare again, and then I get a free punish. So, pretty easy edge guard once again, even though he didn't, like, instant aggress. Just because he went up, I can still punish that. I can still react to that very easily. Anyway, here's the last one I'll show. So right here, he's going to the wall. And like I said, we're usually used to very aggressive players. I know he wasted all of his options here, but he still has a dodge, so I'm not just going to like straight up ground pound him or anything. I'm just going to wait. He is unarmed, so this is a different weapon, so he's not going to have stuff like, you know, Blaster Sair or like Scythe Sair or Scythe Nair. But instead, I see him do this recovery, and you can just see just how quickly I go for this punish. It's pretty simple to punish because they're obviously moving towards the stage, and so just a real quick inlight. That's a punish, and then this basically just takes the entire stock off anyway. But yeah, this helped you. Let me know. Tell me what you want to see next, and other than that, I will see you in the next one.